It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. Did I hear you and Professor...
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being...
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and... We don't know where this path we've embarked upon, and she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as Kate... Happily, you have the benefit of an Speaking of guides, and so that I may... Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Aló, aló. Привет.
Revelio.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before.
Да, я сейчас
I know
пойдем.
Hogwarts, and I do. An empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been stuck?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind.
Are there any other empty paintings like this?
Yes, a few. This entire... If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Revelio. Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Why would Slytherin?
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Очень красивая игра, не знаю, тут или нет, но прикольно.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
I am only joking. I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Как тебе такой таксист? Негативнок. Чё я нашел? Тю-тю-тю. Вот это да, чинолос. Не, вот это вообще секс. Вот такой Абдалла у меня будет. Столько всего я пытаюсь понять. Я просто вообще особо не играл. Так. Окей. Смотри, как прикольно.
I'm so clever. Best one ever.
Revelio.
Talk about this? What do you want?
Киса. Вика, тут киса.
Revelio.
Опа. Опа. Ты дедушке надо. Ай, кто-то
Revelio.
Прикольная пасхалка.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have
Revelio.
Celeste.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
remote hamlets.
Какой фрик на фоне всех вообще. Ну
Here.
еще типа поигрет.
Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? It seems that we're in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Я гуляю, Вик.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could be talking about theory. Splendid! Happens to the best of us. Very good! Excellent control there. Stay focused. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. Phew.
Accio!
That's it!
Here we go!
Yes!
Nicely done. Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio!
A perfect score! Remarkable! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. Phew. You are not making this easy for me, are you? Here we go! There we go.
Very good.
Let us see this.
Don't lose your composure. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
A word,
Well,
if you would.
You'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your...
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the...
What charm is there in the ex? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the...
Of course, Professor. It was a challenge.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that... Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction out. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a specialist.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Accio! Revelio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Revelio. Revelio.
Вика, тут кисы есть. Несколько тут ходят кис. Вот и такая киса.
And then the werewolves join the goblins.
In the Goblin Rebellion of 17...
Я две погладил уже. Опа.
Revelio.
Fuck.
Accio.
А как этот листок словить?
Revelio.
What the fuck?
And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and
Да.
it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black!
Professor Black glanced at me the other day in the Great Hall. I spit out my breakfast. Not sure it sent the right message.
Accio. Accio. Revelio.
Мне скоро в офис придется. Как я здорово поиграл полчаса. Мне брат спать ложится. Ёпта. Вот ты. Лео спать ложится.
Revelio.
Вика, хочу посмотреть Гарри Поттера с тобой. Ёпта. Это чё?
Revelio.
Привет.
Accio. Revelio.
Где там? Я не знаю, на что ты отвечаешь. Опа. Я говорю, что я хочу посмотреть Гарри Поттера с тобой. Ёпта, где я?
Sometimes I wish I needed a new wand, just
Не
so I
знаю.
Revelio.
Ебать, я забрался. Сова.
Accio.
И...
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Ой. Бля, игра супермасштабная, вообще жесть. И красивая. Ну да. Не понял. А, ну да. Ну давай. Опа. Okay.
Revelio.
А, ну давай. Ну, ну да. Значит, не понял. Я прям твоим голосом сказал, опа.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hobson.
Опа.
Don't have the galleons to actually buy anything.
Не дам я тебе ничего, Вик.
Revelio. Protego.
Опа.
Lumos.
Да. Блять, не наверх бежать, ёб твою-то мать. Тут нет. И это хуйня. Вот и ты, киска. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. У меня бабочка. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Я прошу тебя не смотреть видео с моего канала, это пиздец. Блин, на папе. Ла-ла-ла. У меня мамочка была. Я тебя забаню на канале и все. Я тебя забаню и все. Не дело с концом. Нихуя себе. Опа.
Revelio.
Не надо, страйк. Ты вообще видел вот эту красоту? Я что-то понять не могу сейчас. Сейчас. Как-то... Где она, блядь? Извини, Вик. Ёпта, я потерял эту хуйню. Да тут какая-то космическая история была. Я что-то проебался. Ну и хуй с ней. Я не извинялся. Сейчас ты уже не захочешь меня видеть завтра, потому что уже пересветил. Так. Это что за хуйня? Ребята.
Revelio.
Блять.
Revelio.
Не, игра очень красивая, мне кажется, тебе даже понравится. Несмотря на то, что не любишь Гарри Поттера, здесь типа о нем. Опа, идите. А чё он сидит? Типа я ему навредил? Oh, he
Perhaps
is.
mind what you're doing there.
Wow. Так. Чё? Меня, кстати, в Слизерин перераспределили. Ну да, я... Блять. Ну да. Это что за глаз?
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Левиос. Ну да.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Levioso.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelist, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso!
Good form.
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you. What must be your first duel?
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Revelio.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not any...
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio. Revelio.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you. In trouble, are we? Been up to that good? Thought as much.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Levioso! Levioso!
Accio. Revelio.
Levioso!
Certainly sound like you have an opinion on this.
I haven't slept in days.
Revelio.
Woolly jumpers are a nightmare for getting in the trunk. And if you put your shoes in there as well, the smell.
As long as I get them to, I won't mind.
Revelio.
Everyone falls off their broom at least once. You just have to get back on.
Right on Scrivener's desk. Now I have detention for a week.
I enjoy having lunch down.
Revelio.
What's the soggy sandwiches?
I was going to try out.
I'd much rather everyone simply in all of the common rooms. I'm not a fan of mine, and frankly I find the decor quite depressing.
I'd imagine the Hufflepuff common room smells the most delicious. Honestly,
and then I can't concentrate, so I end up just talking to everyone and nothing gets done.
Nothing beats a leisure.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Nobody saw me. I don't see the harm.
Portrait was empty.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in... You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my back. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is... If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the...
Can you remind me what you needed help?
I need someone to collect the 5. One of them is my
I'm going to have to use Accio to get...